Did you know that there is more than one way that you can draw boxes? In this video I will show you 2 ways you can draw boxes. Drawing boxes is a really great exercise. It's for one, it can help you understand perspective, because it's in essence is the essence of perspective. If you can draw a box in space, then you can basically put objects in that box and you can rotate the box, and then because you can rotate the box, you can rotate the objects and place them anywhere. So it's a very useful skill to have, to be able to draw boxes and to understand how to draw them. It's also an exercise you can do without needing reference, or even if you don't feel motivated, you can still practice drawing boxes. First, I want to say maybe check out my newsletter, because I also send out an article every Sunday, also with drawing exercises like this one. And so on to the video. So first, I want to discuss the very important thing about drawing boxes that you should understand. It's here you see I drew a box, and what you can see is that the ribs of the box go to vanishing points. There are 9 ribs that you can see here, and they're in the backs. There are more ribs, of course, and the ribs each go to their own vanishing point. So 3 go to vanishing point 1, 3 other ribs go to vanishing point 2, and 3 other ribs go to vanishing point 3. Sometimes there are only 2 vanishing points if the object is basically at eye height, and sometimes there's only 1 vanishing point if the vanishing point is directly behind the object. But that doesn't matter really for this discussion. Sometimes lines are parallel. But the important thing to keep in mind is that it's important to make sure that the lines that should go to the same vanishing point also really do go to the same vanishing point. Basically, if you have 2 lines, then those 2 lines will cross somewhere if they're not parallel, and that point is the vanishing point. So then if you draw a 3rd line, it should go to that same vanishing point. And this is important. If a box doesn't look right, it's probably because one of the lines is not going to the vanishing point it should go to. So, okay, let's continue with the drawing of the boxes. The 2 ways I can tell you now. The way I used to draw boxes was that I would start with one surface, a top surface basically, with 4 corner points, and then I would pull lines from those corner points downwards, and then I would draw the other side of the box. And while that's a useful way to do it, because the top surface consists of 4 lines, so that already defines 2 vanishing points, and it actually locks down a lot. But a while back I saw someone else draw it in a different way. He drew the outline first, so he drew the outline of the boxes, and then you do not really even need to draw the ribs on the inside, but you can, and sometimes it's useful to sort of give a visual hint of how the box is oriented. But in principle, drawing the outline of the box first is a very different way of doing it, and it's quite, for me initially it was quite mentally taxing, because I was used to the other method. And it really forces you to visualize the box the way it's in space, because you have to visualize the ribs that are not there yet. With my other method, I mean, I saw that one surface, and that's already a thing, that surface. But here, if you draw the outline of the box, there's sort of an implied inside that you're not drawing. And again, as you can see in this video, I do draw the inner ribs. But it's just an interesting exercise to sort of draw boxes in a different way, instead of starting with one surface of a box. Start with the outline. It's a great shorthand. You can draw it much quicker that way. And to be honest, I think it looks really cool to have sort of the outline of a box and only maybe suggestion of the inner ribs. It looks really cool, and it's a fun way to exercise. It's a fun drawing practice exercise that you could try. Again, maybe you might be interested in checking out my newsletter. I send out an article every Sunday with drawing tips and also drawing exercises like this one. I hope to see you again in the next video. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.